Hello there, you're tuning into a brand new week of exciting news and features here on Culture Mosaic. We'll learn about Ma'a River chanty and some historical and cultural relics along the river. Later on, we will have a quick chat with Michelle Stewart, an American artist who has been working on combining education and music into children's folk songs. And in our Connecting Cultures, here check out how Vietnamese and expats living in Vietnam are celebrating FIFA World Cup 2018. These and more coming up. Discover Ma'a River's beauty, majesty, and solemnity. Little folk songs and the combination of education and music. And football fans in Vietnam express their love for the king sport. We now kickstart the program with our latest showbiz news. Now, male Vietnamese singer Nu Phước Thịnh has released a new music video, Đến với nhau là sai, or Together is Wrong. This was the song he performed representing Vietnam at the Asian Pop Music Festival in Hong Kong, China, earlier in March this year. The music video focuses more on dancing shots using a modern light system. After the release, he will have two shows in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. Singer Hương Tràm released the teaser of her new music video on June the 26th. At the end of the 2-minute teaser, Hương Tràm appears wearing an old costume and sings just one line. The teaser ends with the image of the music video poster with the title DML. During most of the teaser, images of Hương Tràm and her musical journey are shown. On June the 24th, dancer and choreographer Phạm Lịch introduced her dance video Don't Keep Silence, which was inspired by the Me Too campaign. The video depicted many different stories of sexual harassment. In the video, all of the girls fight back against harassment and overcome their fear of being harassed together. Through the language of movement, Phạm Lịch hopes to encourage people to not keep silent when it comes to sexual harassment. We're now moving on with some local news that happened around the country over the past week. American news network CNN recently featured the first ever contemporary Vietnamese show, The Quintessence of Tonkin. The show is regarded by CNN as the world-class program. Directed by Hoàng Nhật Nam, Quintessence of Tonkin tells the life story of monk Từ Đạo Hạnh and informs viewers about the spiritual life of Vietnamese people and the natural beauty of the country. The show is set at the foot of Pei Mountain, Sai Sơn Commune, Quốc Oai District, Hanoi, and on the surface of a 4,300 square meter lake. Enriched with Vietnamese folk culture and incorporating music and modern lighting, the show Quintessence of Tonkin promotes tourism in the locality and in Vietnam. The imperial city of Huế will be open to visitors between 7 to 10 p.m. instead of only during the daytime. The program was piloted last year for 6 months and has now resumed, allowing visitors to avoid the scorching heat of the summer while offering them a unique experience in the imperial city at night. A number of nighttime activities that once took place inside the imperial city will be replicated, such as the shift change rituals of the old imperial guards, musical performances, and martial arts training by the imperial army. According to the Huế Monument Conservation Center, in the first 6 months of this year, the number of visitors to Huế increased by more than 1.7 million, with international visitors seeing an increase of more than 1.1 million. A special classical music concert dedicated to children was held recently in Hanoi. Kids as young as newborns and up to 36 months old were allowed to attend. The classical concert entitled The Little Prince combines both language and music. The concert is approachable and interesting for small children. Featuring a slew of famous classical music pieces, the performance has helped nurture children's love of music and has fostered a better understanding of the genre. 6 months after the success of the Battle of Da Bang, Chapter 1, the animated series on Vietnamese history Việt sử Kiêu Hùng, or Vietnamese epic history, has continued to broadcast Huyết mạch Trần Gia, or the end of the Trần dynasty. Vietnamese epic history is a historical drama series that recreates epic battles, significant historical figures, and mysterious stories in Vietnamese history. Vietnamese historical drama to be portrayed in animation and features a distinctive artistic style, professional voice acting, and anthemic music. The first season is titled Battle of Da Bang and includes 3 episodes on 1400s Vietnam, the historical war of the Ho dynasty, and the Ming invaders.
Thanh Hóa, the province that epitomizes Vietnam in the vast central region. It is located in the middle of North Vietnam at the north central coast. It is home to many forests and deltas. And when talking about Thanh Hóa, it would be a great oversight not to mention the Ma River.
Not as poetic as Hương River or as bustling and vibrant as Han or Saigon River, Ma River upholds its own beauty, majesty, and solemnity. In the past, the river provides livelihood for the residents living alongside through many jobs such as fishing and cultivation. Besides historical and cultural relics, the river is also home to many long-standing intangible value. One of such is the Ma River Chanty. In this week's edition of Culture and Lifestyle, let's join a trip up and down the Ma River, the part flowing through Thanh Hóa province, to learn more about Ma River Chanty and some historical and cultural relics along the river.
Boat tours are a good way to enjoy a more leisurely approach from a new perspective. This kind of tour has been successful in many provinces such as Ninh Bình, Quảng Ninh, and the southern region where there is a dense river system. In recent years, a journey going up and down the stream has been developed in the Ma River, bringing a new way to learn about the historical and cultural values of Thanh Hóa province. Today, the members of the Vietnam-Russia alumni group gathered together in Thanh Hóa province and took a boat ride along the Ma River to celebrate the organization's 35th anniversary.
Đi gần thuyền thế này thì đi trong Cần Thơ các vùng nước rồi, nhưng mà cũng là lần đầu tiên trải nghiệm đi trên thuyền trên dòng sông Mã này. Tôi rất là ấn tượng về phong cảnh và có cái trên sông và du thuyền của sông Mã Thanh Hóa đầy ý nghĩa và lịch sử nhân văn.
Không những tôi mà có lẽ là gần như tất cả những người hôm nay có mặt trên chuyến du thuyền này cảm thấy là ai cũng khen là sông nước hữu tình của cái đất Thanh Hóa này.
On the journey along the river, visitors can see the peaceful atmosphere of the countryside, with vast green fields, cows lazily grazing on the grass, or the people on small boats floating along the river to earn their living. So is there anything special about this boat ride? When traveling along Ma River, you'll hear the beautiful melodies, and that is Ma River chant.
Hò sông Mã là một làn điệu hò sông nước. Nó cũng mang cái đặc trưng chung của hò sông nước, nhưng mà trải qua với cái địa hình, địa lý, rồi là cái đặc trưng của vùng miền, thì hò sông Mã thì nó lại mang một tính nét riêng biệt mà không đâu có ngoài xứ Thanh. Những cái ca từ trong cái bài hò sông Mã, những cái ca hò sông Mã thì những cái ca từ thì nó có thể là vay mượn trong những cái bài ca dao, hoặc là có nghĩa là người ta ứng được trong quá trình lao động, người ta sáng tác, người ta sản sinh ra những cái ca từ đó. Ví dụ như là hò sắng, hò rời bến, hò đường trường, hò đối.
In the past, the Mã River used to be the main waterway for transporting passengers and goods. Mã River chanties therefore reflected the activities of people living and working on the water. Mã River chanties are diverse in terms of rhythm. The Vietnamese pentatonic scale system also applies. People used to combine singing with the gestures of hands and legs.
Cái hò sông Mã ta nói là hò để mà chèo. Nếu không hò là không chèo được. Là vì tính chất con sông Mã nó nước, nó cái lưu lượng nước thì chỗ thì êm đềm, nhưng mà chỗ nó như con ngựa bất kham. Tổ chức vận hành đò sông Mã là phải có 5 người. 1 thuyền trưởng và 4 thủy thủ. Coi là một người thuyền trưởng là người cầm cái, và người này đồng thời người này hát, người này là sướng. Còn 4 tay đò là 4 người vừa trống hoặc là chèo và xô.
Trong tất cả các cái loại hình hát trên sông nước thì hò sông Mã là một loại hình độc đáo nhất. Nó có giá trị thương mại bằng nghệ thuật, thu hút khách hàng bằng nghệ thuật ca hát, thu hút khách hàng bằng tài năng ca hát. Thì đấy là cái giá trị độc đáo nhất của hò sông Mã. Cái điều thứ hai đấy, tức là hò sông Mã đã cung cấp cho nền âm nhạc Việt Nam một giai điệu hát đẹp, khỏe khoắn, tiết tấu hùng tráng.
Nowadays, the melodies of the Mã River chanties have once again been introduced to the passengers on boats.
On the journey along Mã River, besides listening to Mã River chanty, you will also have a chance to visit many historical and cultural sites. What are these sites? Let's follow me.
The Mã River is considered a heroic river, and it is associated with many historical events, many of which are still imbued with legendary flair. One will find an excellent example in the temple of the third princess, or Cô Bơ, a goddess in the water realm according to the Vietnamese tradition of worshipping the mother goddess. Legend has it that the third princess was the daughter of the water's god. She incarnated during the Lê dynasty to help King Lê Lợi during the first days of the revolution. One day, when he was being chased after by his enemies, he met the incarnated princess and asked for help. She helped him disguise as a farmer, and the enemy left. The king was so moved that he promised to marry her when he gained the throne. However, when he returned to marry her, the princess had gone. The king built a temple to commemorate her.
Tất cả các nơi trong nước Việt Nam thờ đều là thờ vọng, nhưng đối với đền Cô Bơ hay còn gọi là Cô Ba Thoải, thờ ở ngã Ba Bông này, vùng Hà Trung này thì là nơi thờ chính. Cô rất linh thiêng.
Visitors in the journey along the river can also visit many other interesting places such as Trúc Lâm Hàm Rồng Gian Monastery, Sông Nghiêm Pagoda, Hới Port, and Vàng Pagoda. If you want a short escape from the hustle and bustle of life, the journey is perfect for you. Go and see it for yourself.
Culture Mosaic is a weekly journal here on VTV International, looking to give you, our viewers, the latest scoop on the cultural scene here in Vietnam. Whether it be the diversity and richness of century-old heritage or the dynamic and exciting vibe of a modern Vietnam, we hope to bring you the many facets of the cultural and artistic soul here in the country. So don't go away as we have many more news coming your way. Children's music is usually associated with lullabies or upbeat melodies with cute lyrics that kids can dance to. However, Michelle Stewart, an American artist based in Vietnam, is determined to change it by incorporating knowledge and realistic emotions into her songs. She found a way to combine two of her passions, education and music, into an album called Little Folk Songs. The album will be released this summer.
Oh, my eyes don't play tricks on me like I know they could. And so when you get up next to me, I will always see the good. Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, la, 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 la.
Don't be fooled. This isn't a music class in a kindergarten. It is actually a pre-album release concert by an American artist, Michelle Stewart, who has been a teacher and a musician in Hanoi for over 6 years now. Her new album, Little Folk Songs, features original children's songs written and performed by Michelle herself.
Hello, Michelle. Thank you for accepting our interview. How did you come up with the idea of writing songs for children?
I started writing songs when I was 14 years old, and in my 20s I started teaching, and I finally kind of found a way to bring the teaching and music together.
The subjects of the songs are usually science, nature, or animals. How so?
I get inspiration from a lot of different places. I reflect on my own childhood. Any chance we could get, my parents saved money to travel. We didn't buy brand name clothes. We didn't buy brand name foods. They took us to museums and parks and to see famous monuments around the world and try to teach us as much as they could. So basically our parents invested in our education. And so when I think about that, I am able to connect more with the children that I see every day in my classroom or on the streets, or even my own son. So just self-reflection is a strong point of inspiration for me, and as well as nature and beauty.
Can you explain a little bit about the name of your album, Little Folk Songs?
Little Folk Songs came to me one night as I was going to sleep. And I just thought it was perfect because they're folk songs, meaning, you know, they're acoustic, kind of these Western roots music style. That uses guitar as a bass, like as a background instrument usually, but is also incorporating a lot of different instruments from around the world. Folk songs is a style of music, and it's for little folk, and folk means people, you know, so it's the music of the people.
How long does it usually take you to produce a song, including writing the melody, the lyrics, and everything?
It all depends. If I'm lucky and I'm not distracted, which is kind of difficult being a mother and things like that, some songs come instantly. The melody and the lyrics and the guitar all at once. For example, the song Oh Apple was a song that came spontaneously in the classroom while the children were dancing, and it just happened. I said, oh wow, okay, that's the song. And then I've got another song that I hope will be on the next album that I can't seem to finish, you know? And so it just depends. It just depends. Sometimes it's really quick, but usually, like, I don't know, it could be from an hour, it could be to, you know, a couple of hours or a day or two, or it depends on how much time I have, you know?
The album Little Folk Songs by Michelle features 17 songs in total, 15 of which are original. The 2 remaining songs are remakes of the classics Twinkle Twinkle and Go to Sleep, You Little Baby. Michelle gave these songs interesting twists by changing the lyrics or adding a verse. This pre-album release event attracted dozens of kids and their parents.
Đây với mẹ với cả là hai em. Hôm nay con đến đây con thấy rất là vui. Con được nghe bài Five Little Monkeys.
Michelle's music is amazing. She's got really nice songs and she's got a beautiful voice. Now it's very hot season, but then look out, it's outdoors. She's got the guitar, she's got the trees and the kids dancing. So it's even nice for the kids, and then we just go away with the heat.
Parents brought their kids to the event not only to enjoy the live music with a refreshing outdoor atmosphere, but also to relive the sweet memories of their childhood.
Thì có rất nhiều bài dân ca Mỹ mà hồi bé thì bọn anh cũng rất là thích, và bây giờ cũng rất là muốn con cái có thể là nghe cái sản phẩm âm nhạc như vậy, thì nó cũng cảm giác là rất là gọi là gần gũi với các bạn nhỏ. Thực ra là ở Việt Nam mình các cái nội dung ca nhạc như này thực ra là rất là ít.
The idea of composing a children's album first occurred to Michelle 6 years ago, but it wasn't until last year when she actually got down to writing it. It took her a couple of months to write the songs and another month to record them. She is also making a music video for one of the songs in the album, Oh Apple. Michelle is the one designing the album's cover and the graphics for the Oh Apple music video as well. The only professional help she needed was probably from the studio where she recorded her songs. Shortly after the pre-album release event in Hanoi, Michelle moved to Hoi An with her family, where she hopes to continue bringing joy and knowledge to more kids through music.
Do you think your experience as an educator and also a mother had influences on your work?
In my experience as an educator, I find that melodies are being recycled over and over again, and so the children aren't really learning new melodies as they sing songs about different subjects. From my feedback from the children in my own classroom and in my family, they really like it. They really like that some songs are not so jumpy aroundy, you know, they're not so silly, I guess, you know, and I love being silly, but at the same time, that's not really natural. Nobody's always happy, you know, and so I want kids to know that that's okay.
What messages do you want to deliver through your songs?
Music is an effective way to communicate with children, to draw out the feelings and emotions that arise within us, whether we're adults or children. And I also want to use music to address important issues that are happening in the world today, you know, whether that be caring for our environment and protecting the planet and learning how we can do that.
Will you continue to write kids' songs in the future, or do you have other plans regarding your musical work?
I plan on releasing another album within the next 2 years. All of my songs, I've got songs in my songbook here that some of them aren't finished, but I can't wait to finish them, and I know that I will, so I want to release those. And yeah, I feel that writing children's songs is kind of what I'm meant to do.
Thank you so much, and I hope you're the best in the future.
Thank you.
Football is considered the king of sports because it attracts and is loved by people of all ages, genders, and nationalities. Every World Cup tournament is a festival for football lovers all around the world, including those who live in Vietnam. Now, football fans in the country have their own unique way of expressing the love for the sport. Follow us on this week's Connecting Cultures and check out how Vietnamese and expats living in Vietnam are celebrating this occasion.
FIFA World Cup, the world's biggest game, held every 4 years, is now back in Russia. Along with international fans, Vietnamese also join in with the world to cheer for their favorite teams. Cafes, bars, or any public space with a screen are packed with Vietnamese fans of all ages. Vietnamese have many different ways to celebrate the World Cup. From a Vietnamese áo dài collection featuring the 32 flags of countries in the World Cup, to haircuts fashion of Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. A retired English teacher named Nguyễn Thành Tâm in Gò Vấp District, Ho Chi Minh City, has a very unique way of expressing his love for the king of sports, using eggshells to make each World Cup's mascot. His love for the craft started 16 years ago, and he has combined it with his adoration of football into making World Cup mascots since 2010, when the game was held in South Africa. His newest creation are the Zabivaka wolves, modeled after this year's mascot. Tâm was also featured on AFP News.
Thì chúng ta đã biết rằng cái linh vật mà của cái nước chủ nhà mà tổ chức á, thì cái hình ảnh linh vật đó nó cũng nói lên một phần nào cái văn hóa và cái miền đất của đất nước của cái quốc gia mà đứng ra là chủ nhà của cái tổ chức World Cup. Thí dụ như là World Cup năm nay là hình ảnh của con chó sói Zabivaka, thì coi như là cả Tổng thống Putin ông cũng đã từng cảm động khi mà nhìn thấy cái hình ảnh của con chó sói linh vật của World Cup 2018. Thì tôi thấy cái hình ảnh của cái linh vật đó coi như là nó đại diện cho cái xứ tổ chức, cũng như là thể hiện được cái tình hữu nghị của những đội tham gia, và nó lan tỏa đến cả thế giới.
He also shares his love for his younger students by teaching them how to make football-shaped eggshell figures.
If Vietnamese like Mr. Tâm have their own unique ways to express their love for football, then expats living in Hanoi also have their own ways to cheer for their favorite football team. Face painting is an example.
Face painting the flag of their favorite team. Playing football-related games. Singing their cheering song. The atmosphere of the match in Vietnam is like a big festival for expat football lovers.
Watching the game abroad and still having all our friends from England watching and having our Vietnamese friends as well at the same time, it makes it a little bit more special. I mean, I've actually been to watch a few Vietnamese football matches at Hang Day Stadium, so I've seen the Vietnamese atmosphere and I see how passionate the Vietnamese are for football, and we wanted to show our Vietnamese friends and show Vietnam that England's the same. We love football, Vietnam loves football, and that's two things that Vietnam and England share. I think it's a fantastic example of how two countries can bond. It's great.
Not only this is a chance for expats to connect and share the love for football, Vietnamese are also very welcome to join in and learn about the other cultures.
Mình thấy các bạn nước ngoài thì rất là cởi mở và rất là nhiệt tình và rất là cuồng nhiệt. Các bạn ấy sẵn sàng là giới thiệu cho mọi người biết thêm về cái tình yêu về bóng đá của các bạn đấy.
The 2018 FIFA World Cup final still has halfway to go, offering more opportunities for fans to express their creativity. Who knows what will we see next?
And that is the end of our program. If you would like to provide feedback or comment on anything here on Culture Mosaic, please feel free to write us at vtvinternational@vtv.vn and make sure to include your name and address. You can also log on to vtv4.vn or our YouTube channel at vtv4go for more of our programs. So don't forget to join us next week for another episode of Culture Mosaic. Goodbye for now.